All right, everybody, welcome to today's live stream. I got started a little bit late today. I do apologize about that, but it is a jam-packed day, a lot of stuff going on, and I wanted to make sure I got all the information for you. So today we're going to talk about, obviously, the Bitcoin conference is going on in Nashville. A lot of stuff happening around that. I have some clips that I want to play for you. Also, there's a few things going on here. So one of them is we have a seed round opportunity. Revived. I interviewed the CEO of Revived maybe about 4 weeks ago, and we finally got it set up with the team. It is live now in the Cryptonairz Discord. I want to go over that information with you. I want to give you an update on Lumia. Those nodes are selling actually pretty well, and I've got some alpha information that nobody else has on a new meme coin coming to base that I think could be game changing. There's a lot of KOLs that are gathering for this token, and you need to hear about it, right? You need to know about it. So let me share my screen here, present little action here. We're going to, hopefully this is all going to work amazingly for us. Let's see here. We want to start here. Okay, share. All right. Let me see here. Let me just make sure you guys can all see what I'm seeing. Yes, you can. Perfect. All right. So let's just take a look at where we are in the market. It's good to see everyone here. Let me just say what's up to everyone. So we got Zelfernide. We have, man, I don't even know how you get your name like that. LEX is here. MMT is here. Alenios is here. All right. Let's get into this. So Bitcoin is up 1.54% at 68K. Ethereum is down 6.83%. I think the market was really pricing in the ETF for Ethereum, and it's just not really going anywhere. Solana is up 8%, still going strong at $182. Wow, Solana really is outperforming Ethereum in every single way, shape, or form right now in the market. Avalanche is up 1.37%. The rest of the market seems to be down anywhere from 3 to 10% here. FET, anyone see this? FET is down 13% to 128. That's pretty crazy. Mantle suffering as well, down 5.5%. Arbitrum down 6%. A lot of stuff still in the market that is absolutely on discount. Notcoin is down 15%. That is a big, big deal. Jupiter is up 5%. A lot of people are doing trading, obviously, on Jupiter for Solana. And just kind of rounding out the top 100, Beam is down just about 2.29%. Quant is down. Damn, Quant is $72. It really does show you that money has not really come back into the market yet. People are still sitting on the sidelines, and people are still playing around with meme coins, which, hey, I'm kind of doing myself. Bears were right. Bitcoin here, you had a double head and shoulders pattern. People think Bitcoin is going to go down from here. But here you go. So Michael Saylor says his bull case, here, let me share this tab. Michael Saylor says his bull case for Bitcoin is 49 million. 49 million per token by 2045. Okay, let me show you this.
But what's happening? Here's my macro Bitcoin forecast. It's 21 years. Goes out to the year 2045. What do I think will happen? Well, I've got a bear case and a bull case, but what I think will happen is that 55% ARR goes to 50%, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. It's between 50 and 20. It'll gradually decelerate till it's growing about twice as fast as the S&P index. And at that rate, Bitcoin's $13 million a coin in the year 2045. 13 million. It could be a 3 million bear case. It could be a 49 million bull case. But what is Bitcoin? 7% of the world's assets then. What about the rest of the assets? Well, I actually think that AIs and technology are going to revolutionize tech. We had no companies worth $1 trillion, then we had a bunch of $1 trillion companies. You're going to see more because you're going to see companies with 100,000 AIs and no employees, and they're going to do the work of companies that used to have 100,000 employees. You're going to see mega corps develop, shipping robots and self-driving cars, and a company that gives a personal physician to 1 billion people without any doctors on the payroll. So clearly equity is going to grow fast. Gold's going to get demonetized. Land will be less monetized. Well, look, here's the future in 2045. Doesn't look that revolutionary. It looks like today. It's just that.
All right. Michael Saylor is obviously, he has some good, he has a good sense of the market. Is Bitcoin going to go to $49 million a token? Over the next 20 years, we never know what's going to happen, right? The asset could become so scarce, and you're really talking about hundreds of trillions of dollars going into the asset to really make it go that high. But hey, you never know what can happen in the crypto market as we go through all this adoption cycle. There is Robert F. Kennedy is at the Bitcoin conference. He's promising, I'm not going to play this whole clip. He says U.S. presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. says that he will sign an executive order for the U.S. to buy 550 Bitcoin a day until they build a reserve of 4 million Bitcoin if he's elected president. So there's only 21 million total Bitcoin. I think there's about 19 million and some change that is circulating. So he's talking about buying basically 20% of the entire supply of Bitcoin. I don't know if this is reasonable. And I don't know. First of all, Robert F. Kennedy is not on enough ballots in enough states to really even be close to running for president. Like, he's running for president, but he's not, I don't think he's ever going to be inside of the race, right? Because you need to be on all 50 ballots in all 50 states to really have a chance. I don't think he's going to get there. But, Michael Saylor says the U.S. government should own the majority of Bitcoin. I don't really know how reasonable all this stuff is, but let me just show you what people are talking about at the Bitcoin conference.
Backing the dollar with Bitcoin?
Yeah. Well, I think you back the dollar by doing something economically rational. So when the United States actually purchased Louisiana and we expanded the country and doubled the size of it, we backed the dollar. And when Seward bought Alaska and we found $1 trillion of oil underneath it, we backed the dollar. And when we developed the port of New York City and we engaged in international commerce, we backed the dollar. So the country's got to look to the future, and the future of the country is in cyberspace, and Bitcoin is in essence cyber Manhattan. So the way you back the dollar is you buy Manhattan for pieces of paper and trinkets, and you buy it before it's worth hundreds of trillions of dollars, just like the Dutch bought New York for $50 worth of plastic beads. And so I think that it's right in front of us. The United States owns the majority of the gold in the world. The U.S. federal government owns 28% of the land. In the United States, the U.S. government should own the majority of the Bitcoin.
Is Michael Saylor just kind of pumping his own bags here, or does he really have like a base to stand off? I don't really know. Crypto Selly, nice to see you. What's up, Nix? Always a pleasure to see you. Thank you so much for joining us. Pavel, Judge Annalisa, can she make her ruling regarding XRP over the weekend? I think there's a lot of people that think and hope that she's going to do that. It's going to happen sooner or later, right? They can't keep kicking the can down the road. A lot of people think it's going to be done in August, so we'll see what happens. U.S. Senator Bill Haggerty explains why he loves Bitcoin at the Bitcoin conference. I don't really need to play this, but it's good to see people of power in Congress and in the Senate at the Bitcoin conference. It does make me feel like we're finally starting to get somewhere. But this is a good clip that I want to play for you. 108 billion VanEck CEO says he owns way over 30% of his portfolio in Bitcoin. That is a huge deal. Let me play this.
I mean, this crowd might not like this, but the way I look about Bitcoin is it's sort of like evolving and growing up, right? So maybe it's a teenager now. It's not fully formed because so many investor classes haven't really joined. I think the toughest allocation question I have, and I know a lot of individuals think about this as well, is why should I be selling Bitcoin? If I believe the super bull case, why am I constantly selling into this bull market? I mean, we just came out with research that talked about a price close to $3 million a coin in the scenario where it's adopted as a reserve asset globally. Now, that's very speculative, and that would be extreme adoption, but that's where professional investors like us in our day jobs say, oh no, you've got to do mean variance optimization, you can't hold too much. And everyone I meet at Bitcoin conferences owns way more in their own portfolio. And I always say, wait a minute, I always want to tell people what I'm doing personally because they should know, right?
Well, what are you doing personally?
I'm like way over 30%.
Okay.
Way over 30% of his portfolio is in Bitcoin. I mean, can you imagine the information that gets shared out like that? It's pretty insane. Let's do this. right now people are asking kind of like, where should I be? Where should my focus be? I want to make some money in the crypto market. It is, the end of July. Usually August and September are kind of slower months for the crypto market. It is a little different this time around with the ETFs. We don't really know when institutions are going to start buying back in. But, if you wanted to, play around a little bit, I know meme coins, our meme coin channel in Cryptonairz is probably one of the busiest channels. And I think everybody's trying to look for, the next big meme coin that they could turn a few $100s into a few 100,000. Like that is, everyone's trying to buy a lottery ticket, right? And I've seen a lot of popularity around political meme coins. And if you take a look here, the top political meme coins are, of course, around MAGA. There was a lot of Biden meme coins, but since he's kind of dropping out, Harris meme coins are kind of kicking in, and people are paying attention to those. I am kind of staying away from some of these meme coins because they are kind of really hit or miss. I'm really kind of focused on Solana right now. I'm waiting for the liquidity to come back into the TON ecosystem. So if you want to try your hand at some of these meme coins, the political meme coins, focus on the MAGA and Trump meme coins. There's going to be more money in those than anything currently right now. When we're talking about utility, because I think we should have this conversation, the market over the last few months has really been meme coin focused, but we are going to shift back into actual real utility. And I think there's some tokens here that are super undervalued that I think are going to perform really well. And if you're looking for the, I don't want to say easy 10Xs, or 20Xs, but there's a lot of really underpriced, good value tokens right now. And I just want to go through some of the stuff off the top of my head that I think you could really gain some benefit on. Okay, so let me refresh this because I build these chats over a few days and I just want to make sure I have the up-to-date info for you right here. So Immutable X, this is definitely something there's hundreds of games being developed or brought on to the Immutable X ecosystem. This is probably the gold standard for gaming in the crypto market currently. So this would be something very easily to jump into that would probably be very low on the risk end. Anytime you're trading like a meme coin, understand that 99.9% of meme coins go to zero. You have better luck going into a casino and playing blackjack. You have better odds of winning than buying into meme coins. It is a very extensive process. Most people don't do proper research themselves. They wait for a friend or a Twitter account or something to post about a token, and then they go off and they buy it. If you missed my chat on Wednesday, I went through maybe 15 or 20 tools that you could use to really develop your meme coin game or your research game. Definitely want to take a look at that chat, that live chat we did on Wednesday. There's so much valuable information in there if you missed it. But going over this, Beam, I think, is a really great choice. We originally started talking about this when Beam went from Merit Circle over to Beam. And this thing did, I think, about a 10X. Right now, this thing is sitting about a $902 million market cap. I think this has a long way to go in the market. I think this definitely could see a 10X. Gala Games, Gala is going to pump when Gala's ready to pump. Gala has their own new decks coming. I've seen a lot of tokens being created on that. I don't know how well that's going to go yet, but Gala is trying to reinvent themselves, not just with games. I think that one's an easy 5 to 10X sitting there. People like, the metaverse and the sandbox. I personally am not going to buy sandbox, but I think this is something that if you believe in that area of the crypto market, that is probably something that you can make some money on once the market really starts to turn around. Ronin, I believe William brought Ronin up a long time ago in the Cryptonairz Discord, way before this thing was even $1 or even 50 cents. This thing is now at $2.08, a $702 million market cap. This is something that's definitely well within reach of a 5 to 10X. Superverse, another token that I think could go into the multiple billions. A lot of stuff being built out. This is up 15%. When look at all of this. 7 days, all of this stuff is down. Superverse is up 15%. I think you should be paying attention to that. Look to pick up some Superverse on, when it's dipping here, but this is definitely, 3, 5, maybe even 10 billion ecosystem. Engine Coin, Illuvium, Scale, these are all tokens that probably could do well. Some of these tokens were around in the last bull market. Echelon Prime, 265 million. This is definitely going to be a multi-billion-dollar token. Definitely look to pick up. This is down 13% right now. It might be an opportunity. Yield Guild Games. This is a newer project for this bull market, 175 million. There might be an opportunity there as well. Seedify Fund. Seedified Fund is up 18%. This is more if you're looking to get into early rounds. If you are an average retail investor and you're just buying with the regular retail, you're going to, once you start learning more about crypto, you're going to want to get into pre-sales. And then when you realize that VCs are investing, 6 months, 12 months, a year, a year and a half before that project launches, and they're getting much better prices than pre-sales, you're going to want to try to get into those VC rounds. And those are a little bit harder to do unless you know somebody or you're a part of a community. And so the people that don't have that level of access, Seedify Fund has a lot of launches that have done 100x or 150x. That might be a really good opportunity if you're looking to do that. Games that I still think are going to do really well, big time. I think we'll have a really good bull market, $104 million market cap. Of course, Zai Games, undervalued, I think, at 94 million. They have hundreds of games being built or brought over to Zai Games over the next few years. I think it is really going to shine. This is a layer 3 built on Arbitrum. I think it has a lot of potential. We still have those nodes that are creating. I'm actually going to take my first, I had to wait 6 months to claim my first round of tokens for Zai Games. I'm hoping by the time September comes around, Zai will start to inch back up. I'm really looking to take my profit around $1. That would be, I think my first claim is about 50,000 tokens. Every month I get about 8 to 10,000 tokens. At 34 cents, this is, maybe like $3,000 to $4,000 a month from just a $12,000 investment. There's a lot of money to be made with nodes in crypto. And I think that I've shown that over the last few years that you could do extremely well and set yourself up for a nice win in the cryptocurrency market just by owning and supporting blockchains through nodes. Nakamoto Games, another project that I think could be a multi-billion-dollar ecosystem, sitting at 92 million. This is at $1. I think there's opportunity here. Of course, you have Wilderworld and Portal. These two, these definitely go into the billions, really, once liquidity starts to coming back. GHX, I think Lawrence brought this up, Deflect, right? He brought this up when it was just like 1 million or 2 million market cap. He made a killing on this. Right now, it's at 74 million. Could be an opportunity if you're looking to hold that during the bull market. And there's a lot of other good stuff, but I just wanted to go over those main tokens for you. Let me see if there's any questions. I know I've been speaking like it's going out of style, but if there's any questions about what I've been going over, please holler at me. I will respond to you in the chat. So let's talk about top AI and big data tokens, because there's definitely money to be made here. Some of the hottest narratives in crypto obviously are the meme coins, where people are trying to turn their their luck and their skill into millions of dollars. There's AI. There's DPIN. There's all of these different categories that are really standing out right now in the crypto market. And here are some tokens that I think are going to do really well. Near Protocol is actually one of the tokens that was added to that Grayscale fund. I think it's going to perform pretty well because of that. I do think there's going to be many more funds set up, and billions of dollars can flow into these funds. Fetch, ASI just had the merger on July 15th, where you had Ajax, Ocean, and Fetch all coming to make one super company. I was in a space earlier this week with Lady Trader, the great Lady Trader, Nix, Stacy Engel, who is the CEO of Twin Protocol, and she shared with us just some incredible information that really they brought together the best pieces of those 3 AI projects into one house. And it really is a powerhouse. That is one of the reasons I went so hard on the seed round that we had for Twin Protocol. I think that is going to pay massive dividends here in the bull market. There's going to be about 36 million tokens for Twin Protocol when it launches for about 2 or 3 months. And they're trying to time that with liquidity coming back into the market and the market taking off. I still think that could really do maybe a 50 or even 100x. You're talking about us getting in around 5 cents and this going to maybe a few dollars, $2 to $5. That would be an incredible win for our entire community if Twin Protocol does that. But Fetch, I think, is undervalued here. ASI is undervalued. Render, there is a lot of people shared GPU rendering. There's a lot of people that think rendered is extremely undervalued here at $6.81. Once the market does turn around, this is really one of the top blue chips in the space in this area. Render probably will go anywhere from $25 to $50. If it goes higher than that, I would be surprised. But there's people that believe render could go to $100. I just try not to over, exaggerate one's value. If you can get a nice 5 to 10x in there, I mean, think about it. Most people that trade in the stock market and the gold markets are happy with a 10 or a 15% win. I think in crypto, we're always looking for 1,000, 5,000, or even a 10,000% win. And these don't happen every single day, especially with utility tokens. So, if you can get in here and you can make a 500% gain or 1,000% gain, that is a huge, huge deal. And I know a lot of people are chasing that. BitTensor Tau, also something that is probably undervalued at $350. I've seen a lot of industry professionals say that BitTensor Tau could go to a few $1,000, $3,000, which would be a 10x from here. You're really only talking about a $25 to $30 billion market cap. I think that could be undervalued for Tau in this market. Definitely something to watch here. We actually brought BitTensor Tau up in Cryptonairz around $40 or $50. This thing went up to $650, and since it's come back down, could be an opportunity for some people. Injective, another token that was brought up, back in 2023 in our community. This thing went up to like $35, $40, and has since come back down to 25. I don't know if this has a 10x in it from where we are right now, but I know there's a lot of people that believe in the injective ecosystem. Akash or AKT, this is valued at about 800 million. This is definitely something that could do some really good numbers. It all depends on, of course, retail coming back and investing. But this could have some really good residual growth here. Oasis Rose, AOIZ, definitely two tokens in the AI space that are going to have some really good growth. Echelon Prime here is also under gaming and as well as AI. Definitely has some places to grow. Casper Labs, I think there's a lot of people that are a little sad with Casper's growth over the last 12 to maybe 18 months. Once the market really started pumping back in November of 2023, Casper really didn't go anywhere compared to most other tokens in the space. And I don't know if that is a leadership issue or a community issue, but there's definitely some issues here with Casper. And if they can really figure out what they're doing, this could do some really great numbers. Aether, right? We did have an Aether node sale a few months ago. It actually was connected through another community that I really didn't feel that it was good or safe, so we didn't pull the trigger on that. I do wonder how Aether is going to perform. We'll have to see how that goes here. PAL AI, this is something that Alex Becker has brought up multiple times on his channel. He thinks that this is going to do extremely well. This could be undervalued. It's down 20% right now. Cubic, love Cubic here. Cubic is down 20% right now. Market cap is 195 million. There's a lot of people that believe that this should be in the multiple billions. I could not start to explain everything that Cubic does or offers. It is extremely complicated. Have you taken a look at their white paper? It's a little bit above my my thought process or level. AGI. This is actually a really unique ecosystem. They're building out a few different things here. One is AI, different bots that you can use to do all kinds of different things. Another is an entire gaming ecosystem that, they're selling licenses to build on top of or inside of your own ecosystem. These are really for people that might not have the full development skills to build an entire, gaming ecosystem out themselves. AGI gives you the platform to build those type of games. So that could be something pretty cool. A few other things here, if we just kind of scroll down, Faro Network, GPU. Remember GPU, guys? This was something that we caught under, I think it was like $1.5 million market cap. This thing ran to 260 million. This is a really good catch in our community. I'll admit I sold a little too early here. I sold like at 70 million. I missed out on some huge gains. I did make about 50 or 60 grand with this, but I was a little upset when I saw how high it actually went. There's a few other tokens here, maybe like LimeWire. There's so many good assets. VRA, There's a lot of people that think VRA is going into the billions of market cap at $36 million. VRA was actually like a gaming ecosystem, and they shifted really hard over the last 2 years to be, what are they shifted now? I think they're kind of like they're a marketplace. Let me see here. New about. Let me go in the about real quick. It's so hard to keep track of all of these different tokens here and what they're trying to change to. Veracity is an open ledger ecosystem designed to fight advertising fraud. That's right. Provide open access to infrastructure for publishers and advertisers and reward users for watching video content. Veracity also provides payment solutions for rewarding staking ecosystem with 15% yields. This definitely could catch fire and do some decent numbers. It is available on all major exchanges. Let's see what else we got here, my beautiful people. I hope I'm not going too fast for all of you. I just wanted to get in some of this really good utility information before the market does turn around. There's a lot of opportunity here, guys. Let's go to the next ecosystem here. Layer 2s. So Ethereum is down right now, but with the ETF approvals for the spot market and Ethereum, regardless of what the market is currently, Ethereum is going to go to $10,000, maybe even $15,000 in this cycle. And there's a lot of people who think by 2030, Ethereum could be $40,000 or $50,000 a token. It could be pretty insane. And I think the play here is not quite buying Ethereum at these prices, but maybe buying layer 2s on Ethereum. You could get possibly a bigger win here. Polygon probably is an easy 5 to 10x in this market. Polygon did some insane numbers back in 2021. I think they're going to line up for some bigger numbers. You also have Mantle, Arbitrum, right? Optimism, Starknet. These are all super undervalued in my personal opinion of what they could be here over the next 12 months. ZK Sync down 10%. I think these are opportunities really. And so you have Metis, Scale, Tyco. These are all communities that are really going to level up here. When you are thinking of investing into these tokens, you really need to pay attention to not only what is the community like that is supporting this token, but who is using the technology? What companies are actually involved and building in those ecosystems? If you can find someone or something that has a community that has a lot of companies building inside of it, that could be super undervalued right now. And those could be really big wins for you here in the future. Of course, there's a lot of Bitcoin networks. I'm actually going to be part of a space tomorrow at 8 a.m. Honolulu time. This is a space put on by the Xeno mining community. I will retweet out the space later on today on my channel, on my Twitter channel. If you want to participate and show up, we're going to have Cam there who's going to be dropping all kinds of Bitcoin knowledge and different tokens that might be extremely undervalued. And of course, I'll be there to give my opinion here on the market. So let's get into some juicy information here. What I wanted to do is update you here. Lumia has sold $8 million in hypernodes so far. This is over 8,000 nodes. And if you like, we did talk a lot about Lumia, and it used to be Orion's ecosystem. They're on Coinbase, they're on Binance, they're on KuCoin. I think this really does have a chance to do some really great numbers. If you are looking to buy a node still, look, they sold 9,244 nodes. I think nodes are still about $1,000. Yes, they're still $1,000. You can use a referral code Sensei if you want to participate. You need a referral code no matter what you do to buy these nodes. And what I found with nodes, guys, is the earlier you get in, the more money that you can make. Obviously, the token needs to be successful, but with everything that the token already has, most of this is very difficult, right? Setting up a market, getting on exchanges, getting the value of the token. Let me just show you what the price of Orion is real quick here. Let me just go here, ORN. Let me just show you this real quick. So here it is. It's already at $1.40 at a $47 million market cap. Look at the markets. This is the hardest part. Getting onto Binance, getting onto Coinbase, Gate.io, KuCoin. This is the hardest part. This all cost hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. I think to get it listed on Binance is like $100,000 or $200,000. KuCoin could be up to $100,000. Coinbase, I don't even know what Coinbase is charging, but it's probably a grip. So being able to get a token and start getting rewards, daily rewards, at this type of price level could be a game changer for you. So what I'll do is I will leave the checkout here for you if you're interested in getting into this. Let me just pull it out of my community really quickly. Alpha Sensei. I'm always posting some really good up-to-date information about the crypto market. Let me just see here. It's always right in front of me, but I can't see it. Here it is. I had it open for you. Look at that. You probably can't see my screen. Give me 1 second here. Let me pull this for you. And I'll leave that right there. I'll pass. I'm tired of dumping on my head. What are we talking about here? Because each project that launches on Cubic burns tokens. Cubic is going to be big, man. I staked all my GPU after taking profits. I got back my initial in ETH already. Great call, sub 4 cents. Nice to hear it, Vibra. Nice to hear it. Hopefully you got that call from us here in Cryptonairz. I would really love to know that I'm helping you, help your life and change your life for you. Okay, something I want to give you a warning about. Celebrity tokens. Stay away from them. They are horrible. Okay. Most of these tokens were put out by Sahil, which is kind of like the celebrity super scammer. But look at these prices in the change. So here's the change. Here's kind of what insiders were able to make a profit. But this ranges from minus 73% all the way down to nothing. Okay. And these are all celebrity tokens that went nowhere. Celebrities would put these tokens out, and after they either scammed or rugged, they would say they had no affiliation. It's very strange, right? Because like your Twitter account will be tweeting about this, your socials will be tweeting about this, and then you're like, oh, I had nothing to do with that. So it's really hard to imagine that your Twitter account or your whatever account has been hacked. Just please stay away from these tokens. All right. Another token that was brought up inside of Cryptonairz recently here, before this actually made a pretty big move over the last 24 hours, is SCF. I know some people that got into this. There's constantly people trading tokens inside of Cryptonairz. I think this could be the next maybe 500 million or $1 billion token. A lot of people made some serious money on this. I am definitely keeping my eyes peeled for some big moves on this token. It's called Smokin' Chicken Fish. Another token that has been doing really well is called Selfie. This is, I think Selfie is actually, let me just pull this up for you to give you some really, accurate numbers here. This is actually currently at 41 million. It's up about 36%. A lot of people think that this is going to go as well. Another thing I want to talk to you about here is, let me see. All right, let me just finish this. So, one of the best or better accounts to follow in the meme coin game is Sex Offender, this CEX Offender. And I've been in this gentleman's, private Telegram group, and all he's talking about is this token called Not Gay. And if you're not familiar with this token, this is about some type of dog meme that got really, really popular. He's saying that the team is thinking about burning half the supply of tokens. Well, I actually posted about this at about 150K market cap. It went up to about 900 and something K yesterday. It's kind of leveling off, and it's actually been gaining some, consolidating right here. It looks like this might make a big move here soon. But I know that Sex Offender is really thinking that this thing is going to pop. I'm still holding my bag here. If this is able to go to like $4 or $5 million market cap, I'll have maybe a $50,000, $60,000 win. I'm really hoping for a big explosion for this token. Another thing that I wanted to tell you about and talk about here is, I don't know if I'm actually able to share this with you. Let me do this. Let me go over this real quick, and then I'll try to see if I can share my Telegram. I don't know if it's going to let me do that. I might have to share it some other way, but let me just show you this real quick. There's a new seed round offering inside of Cryptonairz. It is Revived, okay? Revived Overworld is an immersive gaming platform with true digital ownership, play creative games and experiences with tools built on Unreal Engine 5, no coding required. It talks about Strifefest, the game, a free play-to-earn based arena shooter. This is kind of a game that's been built off of Minecraft. I know these guys were really big in Minecraft. Here's the TGE. It's supposed to launch in September. Total seed allocation is about 200K. Market cap when it launches is only going to be 525K, which is actually pretty juicy. There's going to be 1 billion supply on the token. FDV is around 25 million. The only kind of like harder point here is the TGE's 4%, but it has a 3-month cliff with 12-month vesting. So you're going to get most of your tokens in this bull market, usually towards the height of the bull market. If it launches in September, you're going to start getting a lot of your tokens in January. And so if you think the bull market is going to go to the fall of 2025, you're going to probably get 8 to 9, maybe even 10 months of your tokens. So maybe 80 to 90% of your tokens in this bull market that you can sell. So this could be something juicy. There is a document inside of Cryptonairz under Alpha Sensei if you want to participate in this seed round. Okay. Let me try to do this. Oh, here, I just wanted to show you this. This is kind of what I was reading. Exclusive Cryptonairz seed round. You can fill out all this information. I can pull this up here too for you if you want. The pitch deck. Let me see here. Oh, you know what it is? I have my VPN in Mexico. So let me see if I can pull this up. All right, share this tab. All right, so this is Revived, right? It talks about their mission. We're giving players an unprecedented ability to bring their ideas to life, a suite of powerful creator tools, etc., etc. Here's the game. The game actually looks pretty cool. Now, if this gets extremely popular, they're going to do massive numbers, right? It all depends on the marketing of the game and where they're able to take all of this stuff. It'll be pretty zesty to see what happens here. I will probably buy a little bit of this. It's definitely not anything like my Twin Protocol investment. But, you know, I think these guys can do really well. They've built communities filled with millions of people before. So they know how to do that. Tom was pretty brilliant when I interviewed him. This is the gentleman, Thomas Shikoki. I probably butchered that, but all good. But they have some pretty big partners, right? Singularity DAO is here. Diverse, right? WeMix, pretty decent partners. They're going to have NFTs, which you can buy to launch different games. Here is kind of the gist of the seed round and pre-sale. All of this information is located in the document in Alpha Sensei. All right. One thing I wanted to show you is this. Let me see if I can stop sharing this to show you this, right? So hold on. Present. All right, let me see if I can do this. Share screen. Entire screen. Let me see. Hopefully this will work. All right, this should work. Okay. Telegram. Check us out. This is the token. Okay, so check us out. They're building KOLs right now. Okay. I'm probably not even supposed to show you this, but it is coming. So they're doing a private sale right now for KOLs, right? They have 176 KOLs in this group already. Okay. And then they're going to do a public pre-sale launch. But let me show you what this is looking like right now. Hopefully that you can see this. Let me actually double check to make sure that you can see this. Oh, I can't. There's not a delay. I can't see if you can see it, but I'm just going to go forward with it and hopefully you can see it. So let me show you this. So this is what the website's supposed to look like. The token is called Mojo. You cannot buy this token yet. So please don't try to go find it or try to buy it. But this could be a juicy coin. This is going to be on base. Okay. It has a pretty good story. One of my friends, actually, Poppy, got me into this. And I actually did put a few $1,000 and I won't tell you exactly how much I put in. But you know, they're trying to raise a few $100,000 right now for different KOLs. And you know what? Hey, I'm gonna try to get in when I can. And so this is going to be a new base meme coin. This could be launching at the perfect time where liquidity is coming back into the market. Base has definitely been one of those ecosystems that could definitely explode. So I will be posting all of the information and updates when this token launches. But that's going to be some pretty. I think that could be a juicy token that you're going to want to pay attention to. Still see not gate chart. Oh, you can still see the not gate chart. It didn't move. It should have moved. It's hard, dude. What's it called? Is StreamYard and the sound is really hard. Hold on. Let me see if I can download it. Were you able to see it? Now it's different. Did you see it, Meet, though? Did you see the preview for the token? Let me see if I can download it real quick. If you didn't see it, let me see if I can download it. This is going to be pretty juicy, though, I think. Save as. desktop save. All right. Let me just see if I can show you this. Mojo. Okay, you did see it. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's going to be a new coin on base. Could be good, right? Usually you don't see 180 different KOLs or people that are participating. I'll see what if they don't sell at the pre-sale, I'll see if I can share it inside of Cryptonairz with you guys. I'll ask the guy if I can. There's a Google form that you can fill out. Might be a way in. I'll see what I can do. Anyways, guys, if you're interested in participating in these sales, right, you can join Cryptonairz, wap.com/Cryptonairz. We actually have a 11% churn rate, which means that for every 10 people that sign up, 9 people end up staying inside of Cryptonairz for at least several months. When I was talking with one of the WAP managers that manages a bunch of different crypto, different accounts in different communities, we have the lowest churn rate, which means that people that come into our community end up staying. And I think, we don't have 100 people, on our team providing all this information. We have a good set of people from all around the world, people that work on the team and people that are just interested in sharing information and people that are interested in helping people. And I think that's what you're looking for when you're trying to participate in a crypto community, is participating and working with other people from all around the world. And if you want access to seed rounds, if you want access to information, I'm constantly posting in this community. All the alpha that comes to me from all of these beautiful, amazing people that want to share alpha with me, I share it in Cryptonairz first, and then I'll talk about it on Twitter or I'll talk about it anywhere else. So if you want to come participate, we would love to have you and be in that community. Nick's good to see you. All right. Let's do this. Let's do a little bit of Q&A. Anybody have any questions about the current market? I know I just went over like 50 or 60 crypto projects, maybe even more. You have a great community in the space. It's all about the community. It's all about the community. We made it through the bear market together. We can make it through anything together. Vetrian, what's up, Vetrian? Good to see you. So does anybody have anything that they would like to talk about that's going on with crypto, or any questions that I can answer? Little Q&A time. Oh, I got something for you. So Hire, I am hearing all kinds of really good things about Hire. Signed deals. Things are coming here. Oh, wrong one. Hold on. It's not this one. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the right one. This is the one. Okay. 411K market cap. I can tell you that the owner and founder of this token, this is going to be the first service token. And I can tell you that they are having some incredible conversations. Remember when I first told you about this? This is actually here. This is me buying. You can actually see me buying in the chart. Let me zoom in on this. Let me show you this. Oh man, how do I want to like zoom in on this. All right, you see this little hump here? Let me see. Hopefully this is, yeah, I am sharing this. See this little hump here? This was actually me buying. And then this is the community. This is Cryptonairz buying in. This thing went up to like almost $1 million in market cap, and it's since come back down to 411K. Okay. I truly believe that this could go into the millions with what they have stored and planned for this. Okay. I am currently holding. I haven't sold a token yet. And I think you should pay attention to this one. They're having conversations with AVAX. They're having conversations with some of the biggest retailers on the planet. They have some signed deals already with some of the biggest retailers on the planet. They have millions of dollars in signed contracts already. What they plan on doing is taking money from these signed deals, right, and producing this merchandise and then putting it into the token, buying the token off the open market and providing liquidity. He, the founder of CryptoLids, personally thinks he can get this token to $25 or even $50 million. The numbers that he said is even higher than that, but I don't want to sit here like an asshole and say, I don't want to tell you what he exactly said, because that was probably private. But I can tell you that he has some really insane goals. He is going to be putting millions of dollars of his own money into this token over the next 12 months, right? Millions of dollars. So is this an opportunity? I personally believe so. And the news and information that's going to come out on this token, you should probably pay attention to it, because I think this could be something that could change in my life. Like, my goal in this market is to make $3 to $5 million. And the way I'm going to do that is be early to certain narratives. AVAX, higher on AVAX. This is AVAX. I don't remember what the freaking Twitter is. Hold on. I could have just done that. Nice job, Robert. Okay. High revolutionary service token by cryptolids.com. Okay. This could be something that could really insanely do some incredible numbers for my portfolio. And, I originally bought this token not knowing any of this. I originally bought this token just to support my friend, and it's turned into all of this. And they are working extremely hard, and this could be a major payday for me and my community. And I'm really, really excited about that. They're doing daily spaces. This is going to be insane. This is going to be insane. So there you go. There's some extra alpha. Link to the deck screener on higher. Got you. I can do that. Here you go. All right, guys. I have gone through as much alpha as I can give you in a 2-day period. We had a really good chat on Wednesday. I gave you a ton of alpha just now in the last 48 hours. Things to pay attention to. Higher. I just went through maybe 60 or 70 different utility tokens. Over the next 2 months, I'm going to be trading meme coins still. A part of my portfolio is going to be trading meme coins, obviously, because that's what people are just going FOMO into right now. I've got a bunch of tools that we are working on a new document of all of the tools. I've actually posted some of the recent tools inside of Cryptonairz, but I will be posting everything that I find. I am in all of these Telegram groups. I am scavenging Twitter nonstop, day or night when I'm awake. I'm going to find some really good alpha for you, and I'm going to post it in the meme coin channel and the DGen channel. So pay attention to that. All right, my friends. It's Friday. I wish you all a good weekend. I'm going to go see Deadpool this weekend. Hopefully that's going to be really funny. Farmers market, got a whole day planned. Spend with my wife. Hopefully it'll be a good time. I wish you all the very best. I will be in and out of the Cryptonairz Discord all weekend long. I hope to see you in there. Love you, and thank you for all the support. It means the world to me. Nix, have a good day. Stay away from tornadoes, Nix. All right. Serenity, good to see you, man. Meet, great to see you. Thank you guys so much. Pow Diesel, thank you for being here. Vibra, thank you for being here. Shanku, thank you for being here. What are you bullish about on WStore or BioFi? What am I most bullish on in WStore or BioFi? Hard to say. So I know BioFi is in Nashville right now. They're working on a deal for cell phones. Currently, I think right now, sitting on the sidelines and waiting for some updates from both these projects is probably the most ideal thing. Obviously, if you believe in these projects long-term, now's a really good time. I think like WStore is under 200K. It might dip even more. There's rewards. I think they're getting paid out at the end of this month. Could dip even harder. That company has finally kind of started working on marketing. I hope that starts to really come back. We've been in that project since October. I have made all of my money back plus some on that project. I would have loved to see the project at $1 million or $2 million. I think it's super undervalued. I think the team needs help with marketing. They've since started to get help with marketing. We will see how that all turns out. I'd hope both those projects would be higher by now, but the market is still kind of suffering. There needs some liquidity. If BioFi can get some of these deals that they're working on and start really communicating what they're doing to the public, I think that could be beneficial. If you're asking me if I would buy either of those tokens right now, I think I would sit and wait to see what those tokens are going to do. I think both of them have some challenges that if they can address those challenges, they can be successful. But I currently wouldn't be buying more of those tokens right now until they can show me they can handle these few things that have come up that have made it a little challenging for what they're trying to do. I think they're going to try. I think both of those projects can support each other. If BioFi sells a lot of phones, but BioFi, I think by now, what is this? We're 4 months in. They are not posting how many phones that they've actually sold so far, right? Like I would want to see that data. I share my frustrations with both of those projects. I'm very open, sometimes a little too open, but you know, I don't get paid from either of those projects to show them. I thought both those projects had value. I originally bought BioFi back in October at 250K market cap. It went to 4.5 million. It was a 20x in 3 or 4 months. That was a good time to take some profit. But I think both of those tokens have a long way to go. And I think they have the management to get there, but they need to make some changes. And I hope they do. I hope that was helpful. Any other questions that you guys have? Twin Protocol, very impressive. Twin Protocol is insane. We're going to make some money on Twin Protocol. Do you think that Quant can get to an equal value of Bitcoin? It's hard, right? Because Quant has actually the utility that Bitcoin doesn't have, but it doesn't have even the 1 or 2% of the eyes on it that Bitcoin does. And I don't know what it's going to take for that narrative to shift to Quant, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Ron B, what's up? Good to see you. Vibra, thanks, bro. I've been holding them for months now. It's a year-long play anyways. It is, Vibra. It is. And I mean, I still have I have 4.75 million W Store tokens, but I've taken profit along the way, right? When it was 2 cents and 3 cents in between that range, I was taking profit. And it wouldn't take much, right? Like I think it's like a $25 million market cap for W Store right now would be $1. Like it would be $1. That would be insane. And I don't know what they need to figure out or shift, but it's definitely around the marketing and the messaging, right? For both of those projects, that's what they're struggling with. And I think W Store or Store Chain is working with Lady Trader and a few other people that are working on marketing. And I think it's an issue of nobody knows about those projects. And I think if they can really work to get people to notice them, and they can build maybe a little bit more utility around the token, I think those projects could be very, very successful. So stay tuned. We'll see what happens. Man, I would love to knock down a few $1 million for W Store. Like it's possible. It's very possible. A $5 or $10 million market cap. Like that would be like, well, remember like 2021? Were you around in 2021 when we were making all the money on nodes? Well, like nodes, fake nodes, right? Man, what was it? Strong block. Oof. Started off good, ended really badly, but we made a lot of money in between there. So we'll have to see, man. I'm very bullish about the market. I think now's a really good opportunity. I think there's too many tokens that will do well. Obviously, your BioFis and your Store Chain are on the higher risk side. But if both of those can deliver on what they're trying to do, you know, those are going to be knockouts, right? If they can deliver. So we'll see. Thorchain? You like Thorchain? That was nuts. I miss it. Me too, me too, man. I remember like, so back then when, you know, we were knocking down like 200, 300K a month. Like I remember that, right? Yeah, you had Thorchain, you had a few other ones, right? And there was a lot of scams that came in after. But I just remember spending way too much money at like Gucci and all of these places, right? Because like I had never made that much money that quickly before, ever in my life, right? I had come from the sales world. I had worked really hard. I was a really amazing salesperson. And you know, I always wanted more. And I was like, well, how am I going to make more money? Putting my set of skills into something. How can I make good money? What could I do? And the crypto market appeared to me. And of course, it would have been nicer to be back, you know, in the market in 2013, whatever, right? But I found it when I did, and I made the best of it when I can. And you always feel like you don't have enough in the market, right? Because there is so many opportunities. But if you can focus on what you're in right now, or shift if you're not really excited, or if you don't think what you're in right now has the opportunity to really make some life-changing money, shift out and get into what you really believe in. Because over the next like 12, 14 months, there's going to be life-changing wealth made. And you're only going to make that money if you can stay ahead of the narratives and understand the information as it's coming to you. Okay. And part of doing that is time. It's energy. It's commitment. And a lot of people don't quite have that time and commitment. And that's why, joining a community is something that you probably should do. It is very, like, I used to try to go about the crypto market by myself. I noticed that I could not parse and go through enough information by myself is that I could with other people. And if you can really find a group of like-minded individuals and they're starting to get good at going through information, you could knock down some serious cash, right? From not having a lot. And that's what we're trying to do. Wisdom drop. Yeah, sometimes when we get flowing, it's a lot of fun, but I wouldn't want to be in any other market. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else right now than the crypto market. And I know people are like, well, crypto's going down, this and that. But we go through these cycles, and it takes a certain mental toughness to get through these cycles. But I can tell you that there's no other feeling in the world than a bull market. And there's going to be so much money that you could possibly make that it's going to shock you, and it's going to surprise you, and it's going to change your life. But you need to, when you're going through this, you need to mentally start taking account of what you're making. And my problem, like, I will tell you this, my problem in the last market is I was making money from so many different places. It was hard to keep track of it. And I was reinvesting and I was reinvesting and I was reinvesting. And that was a problem. That was a problem because, somebody would say, oh, this is a new hot opportunity. There's always going to be somebody that says there's a new hot opportunity, right? Taking a certain amount of the money, putting it aside, right? If you're taking massive profit, 50% should go into your bank account, right? 50% should go, into cash because you got taxes. And you need to build up for the next bear market, right? Because that's coming. Whether we think that the crypto market's going to be an $8 or $10 trillion market, we are going to dip back down in late 2025 or 2026, whatever it is, right? It's going to happen. And I think when you're new to the crypto space and you go through this life-changing experience, you won't think it's going to end. And let me tell you, the music does stop. And when it stops, if you don't have it figured out and you haven't taken your profit and you haven't gotten out of a lot of your positions, you are going to eat shit. And it's going to be brutal for you. And you are going to go through some of the craziest highs and lows of your life. And if you don't have a good balance in your life, it's going to be very difficult to get through. So make a plan. Like, literally just sit there for 10, 20 minutes in a day and say, if this token gets to X, Y, or Z, this is what I plan to do. Right. And, it's good to reinvest maybe into some other assets as the market's building, as the euphoria is going. Right. But you need to get out. And if you don't, you can't blame anybody but yourself. Right. And it's going to be crazy. And we've waited. Right. It's been since, what was it? January, February, March, April, like March and April of 2022. That's when things really started to get real bad for crypto, right? So we've sat on the sidelines for over 2 years waiting for this opportunity, right? And everything that you've done over the past few years has gotten you ready for this point. And sometimes you feel like you're never fully ready. But there will be life-changing opportunity. You might not make 10 million, 20 million, whatever the crazy number you have in your head, you might not make that. But if you can make $1 million or $2 million and be really smart about that and put that away for the next market, you could turn that into 10 or 20 million. And then you could really start to grow that, right? And I don't know how much money you have in the market or what your goals are for the market, but things are going to explode like you've never seen, right? Bitcoin going to over 100K, altcoins going to all new time highs, right? Solana going to $600 or $700, maybe even $1,000 if the market gets truly insane, right? There's going to be billions of liquidity coming off the sidelines, and you're already here. You're already in these positions, right? You already have an advantage over retail, but it is you versus them, okay? And if you are not taking that profit, you're going to get rolled. So it was easy to throw money into anything. All the frog nodes that died, it was a fad. It was something that you went through in crypto. It was a narrative, right? That was a hot narrative. And I can tell you that I know people that made millions of dollars, right? One of my good friends, I don't want to say his name here. He works in the community. You definitely have talked to him and know him. I was very new to crypto. He was able to put away several $100,000, bought him a house. He's getting married off of the money that he made last bull market, right? And he did that because he had information at the time that allowed him to make that life-changing money. And he was smart. He put the money away, and he was able to do all of these things in the bear market that you should be able to do if you're smart with your money, right? And if you're not smart with your money, start watching some YouTube channels or start talking with some money managers or some people. Get good, get smart, right? You learn everything now on YouTube and other socials, right? Put in the work, right? I'm online 10, 12 hours a day, all day long. I'm looking for the next narrative, for the next 100x, for everything, right? I've made a lot of money in a short period of time, and I've lost a lot of money in a short period of time, right? It's just when you're up, you got to take the profit, right? You always think something's going to go higher, and very often it never does. So hard lessons. All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? We got into a little bit of a not a rant, but we got deep. Let's say we got deep. All right. I'll leave you there. I'll see you guys on Tuesday, same time, 5:30 Eastern. Excited to be here with you. Aloha.